Stop telling people who you are. Instead, show people who you are. If you're really that guy, you don't need to go around telling everyone that you're that guy. They'll just know it because you show it. If you're fit and healthy and you have six-pack abs, you don't need to go around telling everybody that you have all that. They'll just know it based on who you are and what you show. And this idea is very top of mind because I was having a conversation with my boy. And he was having a playful, bantering conversation with his girlfriend until he dropped the word crybaby. And when he called his girlfriend that, which I don't advise anybody do, by the way, unless it's like, playful banter, she got very defensive. And she was telling him all the reasons why she wasn't a crybaby. Right? She went on a little tangent, and that's okay. But whenever someone does something like that, whenever someone wants to talk, right? Talk about who they are. And the more that they do it, the louder that they do it, the more likely that they lack that attribute. Because if they truly had it, they wouldn't need to say it. They would just show it. And this honestly goes for a lot of areas in life. If people are smart, they don't need to say that they're smart. They will just show it. People will know if you're smart, right? You don't have to say that you're kind. You don't have to say, oh, I'm a really nice guy, I'm really kind. People will just know that you're a nice and kind guy based on how you interact with others and based on your actions, what you show. It really comes down to the core idea, show, don't tell. Like, you can't really say who you are. You just got to show who you are. And this is honestly a really good rule of thumb that works most of the time, right? And it's that the louder the person talks, the more that the person talks about an attribute that they have, the more that they lack it and the more insecure they are about it. And this is true for a lot of different areas of life, and I'm definitely guilty of this, right? But it's just something to be aware of whenever you hear someone talking a lot about themselves and something that they have. Because the more that they talk about it, the less that they probably have it, right? And you can also sometimes substitute materialistic things for this thing, right? For example, some people may want to show and virtue signal that they are healthy by buying the latest Apple Watch, by buying really nice running gear, by buying training, wrist wraps, by subscribing and watching a ton of TikTok videos or YouTube videos about the gym, eating healthy, right? And they can tell everyone about this and shove down everyone's throats, like what they're learning and all this stuff, which is really cool. Nothing wrong with that. But the problem is if they do not show that they are healthy, right? And it's as if all these things that they have and all these things that they talk about, it's as if they do that so that they can cover the very glaring and obvious weakness that they are not fit, that they are not healthy. And so honestly, if you just sometimes observe people, it will become very apparent to you what they are insecure about, what they lack, and who they truly are. Again, people don't tell. I mean, they do tell, but telling is not you ready for this? Telling isn't actually the telling sign of who a person is, but showing is the telling sign of who a person truly is. So just keep that in mind when you talk with your friends, with your real friends, with your family members, with your coworkers, with your employers, whatever it may be. Look at their actions and not their words. And this is something that I've learned along the way as well, and I do my best. I do my best to uphold that rule as well. Show, don't tell. But with that being said, or even better, show and then tell. That works too. That is the only exception to the rule. If you do show and then you tell, bang. With that being said, today was a great day. Got a lot of work done. I'm working on my 2026 goals and, just who I want to become. It's really exciting stuff. It's Wednesday, December 31st, 1:39 a.m. It's crazy. A quarter of the century, and we're about to be ushered into a new great quarter. And I'm excited for that. I'm going to spend all day tomorrow planning out just all the goals that I have for 2026. But with that being said, this is the PLOG V1.176. Remember to be better daily. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.